Well, in the Maharashtra winter session in Nagpur, the opposition plans to corner BJP-led government. Farmers and opposition parties and several associations related to the agricultural sector are likely to come together and protest the focus on slow implementation of loan waiver schemes, as well as the plight of cotton and soybean and paddy farmers will be what gets highlighted in this protest. The opposition parties are holding a combined protest called Halla Bol Andolan starting tomorrow. Let's go across to Mandar, who's joining us from Nagpur. He will be tracking these details. In fact, already associations and various farmer panels have begun to gather there as they get together for this massive rally that actually takes place tomorrow in Nagpur as the Maharashtra Assembly's winter session kicks off. The plan is that between Congress and the NCP, they are going to raise the issue of the number of farmer suicides and the way the loan waiver scheme has been delayed and then implemented across the state of Maharashtra. In fact, NCP is calling this entire protest Halla Bol, while the Congress is calling it Jan Akrosh. Will this actually translate into anything on ground for these farmers is the big question, or will it just end up becoming a political fight where various opposition parties take advantage of the plight of the farmers of our state to score some brownie points and make life more difficult for the state government? For several months now, farmers in the state have been raising their voice demanding that the farm loan waiver be implemented at a faster pace. Even now, of the 30,000 odd crore that was to be spent as relief for farmers who are buried under debt, all of it has still not been done. The process is still taking its own slow pace, even as we see more and more reports of farmers who are buried under debt taking their own lives, saying that they have been left with no option. So this is a big story that we are tracking. Tomorrow, you are expected to see a massive rally that takes place in Nagpur as the assembly session of the Maharashtra state kicks off. Let me see if I can go across to Mandar Fanse, who is in Nagpur, and he's got all the updates for us. Mandar, what is the plan of action?
See, as of now, all is geared up as far as the farmers are concerned. Various farmers groups have gathered in Nagpur and they are what exactly is bothering them, and as of now I have with me various farmer leaders and various activists from across Vidarbha region, and especially when we know since the winter session is in full-fledged, started from today, and tomorrow all the political opposition parties are gathering together and they are literally calling it as a Halla Bol march on the Vidhan Bhavan, and that's why I'm here with most of the dignitaries in the agricultural field across Vidarbha and Maharashtra, and they are for the whole day they were contemplating on various issues which are really worrisome issues for the farmers across in Maharashtra. I have with me Mr. Abhijit Phalke, Mr. Vijay Javandia, Mr. Prakash Pore is a senior editor, Mr. Chandrakant Wankhede. There are various other dignitaries also. My first question, I'll just go straight away to Mr. Vijay Javandia first, because he knows most of the issues over here. And Mr. Vijay Javandia, do you think, I mean, the way the opposition is really gathered together, and most of you guys are also really working hard to come up with various questions which are bothering to the farmer. What you think is the situation as of now as far as the farm sector is concerned, and especially the loan waiver issue, which is really lingering a lot?
Loan waivers, government is announcing that they have given now 19,000 crore rupees to some few lakh farmers. But that amount has not yet come to the accounts of the farmers. I think loan waiver is a hanky-panky thing still. The problem is that our Chief Minister was constantly saying that he is going to make farmer debt-free forever. So he was going to give a repaying capacity. But the simple question is through you, that last year I sold my cotton at 5,500 rupees, 5,700 rupees. Per quintal. This year I am going to sell it at 4,300 or 4,500 rupees. So less than 1,000 rupees from last year. This year yield is also less. How can farmer repay his loan? So this loan waiver is not totally debt free. It's just a waiving of loan, and this problem is not addressed by opposition also. Sharad Pawar is going to do halla bol. My humble request through you to Sharad Pawar ji is this, that please say to Narendra Modi ji that loan waiver is not in the jurisdiction of the state government, agriculture prices is not in the jurisdiction of the state government, and it should be fought with the central government, and Sharad Pawar ji should lead against the central government and not the state government.
One more point with Mr. Abhijit Phalke, who's a young farmer leader over here. He's working along with the farmers for a long time, since last 6-8 years. Abhijit, what do you think as far as the whole situation is concerned? Is really there is some respite when we were expecting in the month of June, when it was declared to the tune of 34,000 crore rupees?
Being an IT professional as well as the farmer activist, I must say that digitalization is impacting the farmer. We are getting that loan where we are very slowly, and the ratio it was supposed to deliver, it is impacted by the digitalization. This is very unfortunate, because they are gathering that data throughout the Maharashtra from the farmers, and they are not getting the analysis of the data. They are not getting the real-time data from the banks also. So there are so many things which is impacted due to this online process also, and that's why these all things are getting delayed.
All things are getting delayed. मेरे साथ कई सारे डिग्निटरीज है फार्म सेक्टर से जुड़े हुए. प्रकाश पोहरे जी है मेरे साथ, जो कि सीनियर जर्नलिस्ट है. चंद्रकांत वानखेड़े है. प्रकाश जी, what you think is really bothering farmer today as far as Marathwada and Vidarbha is concerned?
देखिए, ऐसा है कि लास्ट ईयर किसानों को जो प्राइसेस मिल रही थी वो ये साल उससे भी कम है, और मोदी जी ने कहा था कि हम आपको 2022 तक आपका किसानों का जो उत्पन्न है वो डबल कर देंगे. मुझे बताइए, पिछले 3 सालों से लगातार कीमतें गिरती जा रही है, और ये कहते हैं कि 2022 तक के हम फार्मर्स की इनकम डबल करेंगे, और बातें इनकी और काम ये चल रहा है कि फार्मर का प्रोडक्शन डबल करें. तो प्रोडक्शन और प्रॉफिट, ये दोनों भी एकदम डिफरेंट बातें होती है. और मैं ऐसा समझता हूँ कि मोदी जी को ये प्रश्न किसानों का जो है वो छुड़ाना नहीं है, तो उनको सिर्फ उनके जो इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट मित्र है उनका काम करना है और उनके घर भरना है.
जैसे आपने बताया, क्या बुनियादी तौर पर आपको क्या लगता है कि जो आज किसान को सबसे बड़ी दिक्कत जो है, क्योंकि एक बार फार्म लोन वेवर की बातें कही गई, हमने देखा कि सिर्फ 8,000 करोड़ के आसपास ही फार्म लोन वेवर मिल पाएंगे. वो भी मिले हैं या नहीं, अभी पता नहीं.
म्हणजे सध्या अवस्था अशी आहे की भीक नको पण कुत्रावर अशी म्हणायची अवस्था आली आहे. म्हणजे कर्जमाफी नको बा, पण तुझे ऑनलाईन आणि जे काही आहे ते बंद कर. कारण 6 महिन्यापूर्वी म्हणजे खरोखर यांची छाती 56 इंच आहे. कारण कर्जमाफी देण्याच्या आधीच यांचे फ्लेक्स लागले होते, मुख्यमंत्र्यांचे अभिनंदन झाले होते. त्याला 6 महिने होऊन गेली, पण याच्या पात्रामध्ये काही अजून वाढलं जात नाही आहे. आता हे कधी वाढलं जाईल, काय वाढलं जाईल, हा एक वेगळा मुद्दा आहे. मूळ मुद्दा परत असा आहे की कर्ज माफ करून चालणार नाही, तर कर्जच होणार नाही. याच्यासाठी ज्या काही उपाययोजना करण्याची गरज आहे ते होताना दिसत नाही. तो कायम तोट्यात राहत असेल तर कर्ज होत राहणार आहे, आणि तोट्यात राहावं ही परत सरकारी धोरण आहे.
Right. As far as prices are concerned, the greater worry for the most of the farmers here is the falling prices across over the years, and that's why really nothing is happening substantial on the farm sector. The day by day the farm suicides are increasing, and every it is just getting converted into some of the other kind of statistics and number and data, and that's it. So as of now, yes, there is anger, there is angst across the farmers in Marathwada or Vidarbha, or for that matter North Maharashtra as well. So looking at all these situations, we are expecting a large turnout tomorrow also, when it will be a protest of the farmers across from Maharashtra to the winter session of the assembly, especially on the issues of paddy and cotton, and as far as these loan waivers are concerned. There is one more, since we are in Vidarbha, there is one more big question in Vidarbha, and that is the bollworm infestation on the cotton farm, and that's why this particular issue is also really bothering a lot to the farmers across Vidarbha, and that will also possibly, after this harvest season of the cotton, that will also be one of the most worrisome factors which will come up as a one more thing nothing to deal with on the farm sector. Tanvi.
One can only hope, Mandar, that actual issues that some of your panelists were raising is what gets addressed, and it doesn't just boil down to a political fight between the opposition and the government, that something actually gets done on ground for these farmers who are really reeling under a huge amount of debt and several other issues. Mandar Fansi, thank you for joining us. Moving on, the double murder accused, Daswant, has reportedly confessed to killing his mother, and has even told the police that he had planned to murder his father too. He reportedly made the confession a day after he was brought to Chennai from Mumbai. According to reports, Daswant was angry with his parents because they constantly abused him. A special team had nabbed Daswant from Mahalakshmi Racecourse in Mumbai, but he had managed to give them a slip the next day while they were taking him to the airport. He was then a day later caught again in South Mumbai and taken to Chennai. Remember, he is also being accused of raping and murdering a minor, a girl who lived next door. He was out on bail as that case continued. There was a huge amount of hue and cry that took place when he actually was granted bail, with the neighbors also objecting to the fact that he shouldn't be allowed to come back and live in that neighborhood. What happened was that a few weeks later, his mother was found dead and jewelry stolen. Imran is joining us with more on this story. Now, Imran, we understand he has confessed to the second crime. What about the charges of the first?
Well, absolutely. What we are getting from police sources that they have done a video recording of his confession, and he's admitted to his murder, that he killed his mother and even showed no remorse. And he went on to say that it was a fit of anger when he asked money from his mother said she'll not give him money, and he pestered for her. She wanted to raise her alarm. That's the time when he took a rod and killed her. And he said that he wanted to kill his father too, but Shekhar was late for office for that day. Otherwise, he would have also killed his father. This is a shocking confession coming from someone who's already been accused in a rape and murder of 7-year-old Hasini, and also he is what was the fact that everybody is shocked that he got out on bail in September this year, and this murder has happened. Even more interesting and shocking in the story is that even though he's an accused in a rape and murder, he was managed to hoodwink cops three times from their custody, and when the police caught him and now brought him to from Bombay to Chennai, now he's been under judicial custody. They was given custody of him. They interrogated him. Now the police are claiming that he's confessed to his crime. They will be producing him tomorrow to the court, and they're hopeful that based on the circumstantial evidence, his fingerprint, and also the crime of weapon used on that point, his fingertip, they were able to crack the case this time. He will be produced tomorrow court. We need to wait and see what the cops present in the court as evidence for what they claim is a case which is now solved in the second case of the murder.
Right.
Earlier we saw also that in a rape and murder case, but however he were able to manage to get a bail. But this time the cops are confident that they will be able to, he will not be able to get the bail, and he will be in for a longer sentence.
Well, Imran, stay on with me as we move to the story that's come in from Tiruvallur. The students of a government school in Tiruvallur have been made to clean toilets within the school premises. Students of class 6th and 12th grade are allegedly made to work every day by the headmaster of the school. Parents have complained about their children falling ill and struggling to continue and concentrate on their studies. The parents want strict action now to be taken. Imran is still with me and he's got more details. Imran, has the school or the local government administration taken in cognizance of these complaints and of course the visuals that have emerged now?
Well, absolutely. These shocking visuals are coming from Tiruvallur in a government school where the principal of the school used to ask students to clean the toilet, and this you can see from the visuals the horrific conditions these toilets are. They didn't have any safety precautions wasn't taken against the students, and the parents were complaining that because of this principal asking them to clean the toilets, many of them were falling sick, unable to attend the school. The grades were falling, and even though there were several times the parents complained complained about it. It was not, the principal was still adamant about students cleaning this toilets. Now the parents have issued a complaint, given a complaint to the Department of Education. The deputy director has been given the complaint. They say that if no action is taken against the school principal or the teacher responsible for the students in doing this cleaning of the toilets, they will continue to protest in the coming days in the school. Now, what we hear is the Department of Deputy Director has sent the block officer to investigate the matter, and if he said that appropriate action will be taken in this case.
All right, Imran, thanks so much for joining us. You keep a close eye on that story. Time for a quick break. Lots more on the other side. Stay tuned. Welcome back. The civic body in Bengaluru, BBMP, has launched an app called Fix My Street, which is a one-stop solution, they claim, for civic issues. The app puts citizens in touch with the respected engineers of departments, and that any complaint is resolved within 24 hours. Shrija has more details on this story.
Do you have mounds of garbage that haunts you? Do you also see broken footpaths and also about the pothole-riddled roads, and you have no idea what to do with it? Well, the BBMP, the Bengaluru City Civic Administration, believes that one particular app launched by the civic body, the BBMP, Fix My Street, will help them, especially will help all the citizens, in fact, fix all the problems that they are looking at. In fact, all your civic issues will be resolved with this one particular app called Fix My Street, and it's going to be one-stop solution for all your civic woes. But the question that a lot of civic authorities, including civic activists, that are questioning is, because this is not the first time that the BBMP is launching an app. Previously, they had launched an app called BBMP Sahaya, and it is almost similar to the same app which is going to be launched in the next couple of days. And if you go really by the latest app, Fix My Street, it of course has columns which says complaint, fix my complaint, or where the problem is. All you have to do is click a picture of the problem. It could be even broken footpath, or it could be even the uncleared garbage or pothole-riddled road, and geo-tag it with location and send it to the ward engineer. The ward engineer will be alerted about the problem, and he will fix all your problems, civic woes, within a matter of 24 hours. Now, if you really go by this particular app, there is accountability. If an engineer fails to do his carry out his duties, he will also be penalized, is what we are given to understand. But the question remains, is an app really needed for all the civic authorities to get to work, or is there a problem with the system in itself? With camera person Pradeep, this is Shrija reporting for Mirror Now in Bengaluru.
Now in this system, directly if a citizen files a complaint pertaining to a particular ward, so automatically it goes directly to that concerned engineer, so that can be monitored at different levels, so that this will minimize the time gap for giving the complaint and attending the complaints. To that extent, it will be good, and we are launching it this week.
These type of applications, other applications also was there, but which used to go to the zonal level. But this application, which civic community issue with a photograph, will be geotagged directly to the engineer, and from the dashboard all the problems will be addressed. Whatever the resident is seeing in the street, a problem, maybe a street light issue, a pothole issue, or a drain issue, or a BESCOM, the light is not glowing, all the issues will be directly sent to the local engineer, with the local engineer and the local corporator is responsible to fix this problem.
Completely out of time on this edition of news. Thank you for joining us.